Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make another modified Shibori flag fold. The shirt was prepped like normal and I have it turned inside out. I'm going to start by centering the shirt, and this process is going to go pretty fast, but down below in the description for this video is a link to another video which shows how to center a shirt. A few months ago I made a shirt very similar to this one. For that shirt, I used a ring-spun cotton shirt, which is a little bit thinner shirt. I promised to try this fold again using a thicker shirt like a Gildan Ultra Cotton, so that's what this video is. I'm really curious to see how this design works with a thicker shirt and whether or not I can get it fully saturated. Okay, so now that the shirt is centered, it's time to start doing the flag fold. Over on the left-hand side is the center line of the shirt. That's where the center of the front of the shirt is right up next to the center of the back of the shirt. I'm going to grab the corner of that center line and fold it up to the right-hand side of the shirt. I want to make sure to smooth out any of the wrinkles on the inside as I'm going. Now I'm going to pinch this fold, lift the shirt up, and lay it back down, which will fold it back. I'm going to keep pinching that fold and lifting the shirt up off of the table and creating my flag folds that way. When I get to the sleeve, I'm going to work the sleeve into the rest of the folds. Okay, so this fold is pretty large, so I'm going to fold it in half before I begin tying it with kite string. By the way, if you're wondering, this is a size extra large shirt. I decided if I was going to try a thicker fabric, I was just going to try a little bit larger shirt at the same time. I'm going to tie the shirt with some kite string, and I'm going to pull it tight enough to hold all the folds in place, but I don't want to pull it too tight where it kind of warps or changes the design. Then, because this is a thicker fold, I'm going to set it aside for several days and let it dry out totally and completely. For this shirt, I've chosen a color palette of grape, raspberry, and royal blue. The first thing that I'm going to do is make myself an ice barrier using some silicone cake molds. I'm going to hold the cake molds up close to the shirt using some wooden clothespins that I'm going to attach to the metal rack. I'm going to use a washable marker and divide the shirt into 3 sections. In the first section, I'm adding grape from Dharma Trading Company. In the middle section, I'm adding royal blue from Dye Spin. In the final section, I'm adding raspberry from Dharma. Now I'm going to add an additional sprinkle of soda ash over the top of the dye and add on a layer of ice. After the first layer of ice melted, I added a second layer of ice and tried to see if I could get some of the undissolved dye that's sitting on the top to dissolve and run through the shirt. As you can see, it did pretty well. Most of the dye got dissolved the second time, but I was a little bit concerned that there wouldn't be a lot of color uniformity because the fold is so thick. So I went ahead and flipped the shirt over and applied dye to the back side. When you look at the back, you can tell that the color was coming through really well to the back side, but the side where I put the raspberry doesn't have a whole lot of raspberry. It's mainly the royal blue and the grape that's kind of flowed into that area. It's important to remember when you turn a shirt over like this that now the grape is on the opposite side. I'm going to add just a little bit of dye. I'm not going to add too much dye to the back side. I just don't want one area of the shirt to be a lot darker than the rest of the shirt. So I'd like the color to be more similar and uniform throughout the shirt. I'm going to also add a little bit more soda ash and another layer of ice. This time, because I didn't add a whole lot of dye to the back side, I only added one layer of ice, and after that layer of ice melted, I let the shirt process for another full 24 hours. Okay, so here's what the back side of the shirt looked like after all the ice melted. There is a little bit of dye left sitting on top, but I'm not going to add another layer of ice. I took the shirt to my utility sink and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. Then I gradually warmed the water up to hot to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. Then during the rinsing process, I went ahead and untied the shirt and continued rinsing until the water was almost clear. Then I put the shirt into my washing machine along with a little bit of Dharma's textile detergent and washed the shirt using a hot water cycle. And after it was washed and dried, this is how it looks. Okay, so what do you guys think? I definitely think I got really good color saturation. I don't have any white left on the shirt. And if you remember, I was a little concerned about maybe having one area of the shirt where I applied the dye be darker than the rest of the shirt. It is just a little bit down in the front underneath that center raspberry area. That color is just a little bit darker on the blue and the purple. It's also that way on the back, but honestly, I had to look for the area on the shirt that was maybe just a little bit darker. So I'm really very happy with the way the shirt got saturated. I also really like the colors together. The raspberry turned out being really nice and bright. And the raspberry right in the center of the front and the back, I think the very center of that design looks kind of like a little flower. I think it looks pretty cool. Also, the grape or the purple areas on the shirt have a little bit of texture to them, so I think that they almost look like blackberries. The two pink areas on the sleeves of the shirt too have blue right in the center, so they almost look like flowers. So I think the shirt looks pretty interesting. I like it, and I'm really happy with the way it got saturated with the thicker shirt and the way the colors were. They didn't blend and flow together quite as much as they did on the thinner ring spun cotton shirt, but I think it turned out looking really pretty. So overall, I'm really happy with it. If you guys enjoyed the content of this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.